We'll wait 1 minute. Waiting around, waiting around. Keep on getting some new invites to this new app called Clubhouse. I don't know if anybody's invited into that yet, but look out for a TMF group on that for sure pretty soon here. Can you guys hear me okay? I got like a new microphone here, kind of testing out. I'm trying to test this out before my dad gets on here. Although he's not going to be getting on here tonight. He's like, I got to be prepared for a live video. I got to do all my makeup and stuff. No, I'm just kidding. That's not him. Close enough though, right? All right. So it already says 0 seconds. That 1 minute went down pretty fast. Because I'm going to be talking about a couple of things. What's going on, man? How you doing? Happy Tuesday. Can't wait for the weekend. We're actually giving our technicians off for, well, half of Thursday and then Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So it's kind of like a reclip of what we did for last week. We did the same thing. We gave our technicians off like a 3.5 day weekend. So back to back. Pretty neat because, all the previous years wasn't really like this. So now it is. So behave just like my father? I don't know, man. He's a little wild. A little more wild than I am, especially on a live video. My wife and I, we were actually filming him the other day. And, beforehand we were like, hey, why don't we just go and film you instead? He's like, no, I'm going to have to take like 1,000,001 takes. But, you do it live. We'll just do it all the way through, And he was drinking his Mexican tea. And everybody was like, what is that? What is that? For us legal purposes, we actually had to, put some tape over the beer. Something kind of like, I can't really show you here, but, we got to put some tape over it. And everybody's like, what kind of Corona is that? It wasn't the virus kind, but it was the what? Corona familiar? I don't even know how you pronounce it. I even have a Mexican wife too, and I'm still learning Spanish. She still gets on me. So, but it was pretty neat though. So instead of giving it like just a film shootout for him, because every time we actually do some videos for him, it's literally 1,000,001 takes over and over and over. It's just like when we did TMF Academy. It was over and over and over. It was nonstop. And that's why it took us like 1.5 years to finish those videos. But anytime he wants to do a live video, it's like, bam, done. Okay, Dad, boom, that was the best video you freaking did. Freaking awesome. Rock and roll. So, but aside from him doing the live videos, I got the TMF logo back here. Can you see that, guys? I don't know if you guys see it clear. And do you guys hear me okay? Again, this is my new microphone. I'm pretty much in a wide room right here too, so it might be a little echoey. All right, rock and roll. But it's neat with this logo that we had, beforehand, it looked completely different. And we actually switched it up, I'd say about within 6 months of actually having Truck Mount Forums. And when we had it in Truck Mount Forums, about a year later, people were like, man, it's such an awesome logo. You got the wand, you got the earth and stuff like that. People were trying to copy it. Kind of like how you see in my father's character, that we actually hand-drawn and copyrighted and even trademarked. And now people are using it just for, people are using it everywhere else. Speak a little louder. All right, hold on 1 second. Oh, I can't do no Espanol version, but hold on. Maybe I can do a little bit louder here. All right, let's see if that'll do. Is this a little bit better? Can you guys hear me okay now? 1, 2, 3, test. Try to bring it a little closer here. But with this logo here, in a magazine, I actually wanted to, actually in certain marketing aspects, what we did, we actually put other competitor logos, below the wand, actually sucking up the competition. So, is a wand more powerful than a vacuum cleaner? All right, just a little bit louder. All right, hold on. Let me turn this up just a little bit louder here. All right. Is this a lot better? A little louder? Try to talk a little clearer. So anyways, with the logo aspect, we had, some magazine corporations in there. We had some vacuum cleaners in there. We had some name brands in there, and we had some cease and desist letters in our mailboxes saying, "Hey, take that down now." So that was pretty crazy. That wasn't too fun. But aside from that, anyways, what I was going to talk about, some maybe some of our top posts that we've had for the month of December. One of them was, carrying. Do you carry heat? Sometimes I feel like I got to talk to a baby or something like that, or not baby, like if a kid is around because I'm on Facebook. Like, but do you carry a GUN while you work? A lot of people do. We do. Some of us do, rather. Depends on the laws of the states too and stuff like that. But it's a pretty serious thing. I mean, it's even crazy. Like I even, there's only 2 times I'd say like after I was 21, because before 21 I was pretty stupid. But after 21, I've actually been approached, you know what I mean, and even people try to rob me. And I've actually had an experience actually just about 5 days ago walking out of Wegmans. A guy, I was with the family walking out, and then I thought he was part of the family, but then he started walking closer to me, and he was walking right by me, right behind me, following me all the way to my vehicle. And I didn't carry that time. Sad to say. I mean, I normally always carry, but still, you always don't need to carry for certain things. But it was very iffy, so I started doing some zigzags, going to, certain different types of cars where more people were at and stuff like that. And the guy just started laughing hysterically. And I'm like, what's going on? You know what I mean? I just turned around. I was like, what's up? And then I just kept on walking a little bit faster, and the guy kept on walking faster towards me. So, but all in all, there's a lot more people around. The guy just walked away and went his way. So that was a little bit different. But, you can't carry in California? I don't know. I know. Well, I mean, I don't know of a lot of people that do, but I guess maybe they do illegally. Unless if you have a CCW, I'm in the process so I can carry. Gotcha. Yeah, I guess you got to go through like a whole extensive process for that, right? I mean, here in Virginia, it's like, boom, you take a test, you're done. You got your license for like 5 years, and it is what it is. So we're a little bit more of the southern type South, I guess. But still, it really depends on what areas that we go into as well. I remember when I was younger too, like my father and I, we were going to a certain area, and the cops were like, you're going into this area. We normally don't go in here unless we have a couple cop cars with us. So you can get one in Norfolk for $75. Yes, you can. You can get a lot of stuff for $75 in Norfolk. Sure, you can get. Oh, I don't know anything what you can get in Norfolk, but hey, I know Ocean View. You sure can get a whole bunch of stuff right on the corners. Yeah, Cali is crazy, man. California is crazy. I know somebody was putting up a post about what 75% of their business is just gone because of California, of the California laws, the governor, Newsom. So I just think that's pretty wild and crazy. My wife's family's all from let's see, Norwalk, Long Beach, San Diego area, and really all over LA. So they have all crazy things. When I even went out there too in LA, it was pretty wild. I went out there in July, right? And we went to In-N-Out Burger, cool, but even at the even when at the drive-thru, you have to wear a mask. So you still got to talk to them like this. But not only just that, like my brother-in-law, he's like, hey, I'm going to take you out hiking. I'm like, awesome, I can't wait to go. He's like, yeah, I'm going to take you up to Hollywood. You can see everything. You can see the whole city. I'm like, cool, I've never been before. So this is going to be my first time. I've been in LA, geez, probably like 100 times. But I've never been to the hiking aspect. And when I went there, he's like, yeah, you have to wear a mask. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. A mask outside? Come on, really? And yeah, you know what? During the whole entire hike, you had to wear a mask. And I didn't have a mask like this. I actually had like a legit mask where you're just like, you're just freaking breathing and breathing. Like you're breathing like Mike Pollock and Ronaldo, And who, where's that dirt dragon? Where do you need it, right? But no, I mean, it was pretty wild. No, I agree. California is freaking amazing. San Diego is freaking awesome. I love San Diego to death. The people, cool and all that. The weather is amazing and all that. But the laws you guys got over there, dude, and the taxes is insane. Like TMF was actually going to open up a business over in California, but we decided not to because the taxes would equal out to be, it was horrendous. So, and that was actually early this year. We're going to open up a shop over there. But the cool thing is, aside from opening up the shop over there, just the only reason we ain't being is just so that you guys can get the products faster. But instead, we actually just got we actually upped our shipping method a little bit faster for you guys on the West Coast. And then also I believe it's February maybe, or maybe early March, but everything would be about 3-day delivery to you guys over there. And that's excluding like Saturdays and Sundays. So, we're actually spending a little bit more money for a 3-day select to get across the whole entire nation for you guys. So instead of having to open up all these different locations and all that, we want to just go ahead and go straight forward. Buy me out, Rob. Hey, I can't see who says buy me out, Rob, because I'm on the program that I have. I can't really see who actually said that. So if you can maybe say your name in that, I can take a look at it. I see one guy said, had a dude jump in my truck a week ago and he didn't like the outcome, but he left the crib in the window. Hey, how was the McRib? Pretty good? Yeah, it still takes a week to get to San Diego. UPS has been a little bit delayed, I got to admit, probably like within the whole month of November and even December. But again, January, February, it should be a lot faster, especially if you order like on a Sunday or a Monday. You guys will get it before the end of the weekend no matter what. There shouldn't be no questions asked about that. So, but look, hey, aside from the carrying aspect, I wanted to talk about one other kid who, not one kid, one kid actually made a lot of money in our group. Well, actually, it was his son. He made like $147 doing some shoveling and some snow. I thought that was pretty cool. From it was Josh Brown, maybe. That's pretty neat. So he showed me some. I saw like the $100 bills or whatever, all the bills that he had. So, and just kind of made me remind myself of, man, this might be our new type of money that we have other than Bitcoin, right? If you guys aren't on Bitcoin yet. Speaking of Bitcoin just went up freaking 28,000 freaking dollars. Just like a month ago, it was what, $8,000? Pretty crazy. And Daddy Newsom we trust? I don't know, does that look like Benjamin or Newsom? I don't know. I could say a whole bunch more names, but I'll stop. But it's pretty crazy. I mean, especially the whole mask aspect, But anyways, I thought it was pretty neat about Josh Brown's kid making that much money in our group. He's a little entrepreneur himself, shoveling some freaking snow, making some money. That's pretty neat. I haven't shoveled snow since I was a kid to make some money. All the other years it was all free. But when I was younger, I sure did, go down door to door to try to make as much money as I possibly can. Because, even growing up, man, we were pretty poor myself, I mean, I wasn't poor, but, my father, Rob Allen, and his name's actually Rob Allen Jr. He's not senior. Senior died like a couple months before I was born. But they were living in my grandmother's garage for many years. So think about that. He was living in their garage for many years, selling some Kirby vacuums, going door to door, trying to make a living just to just support me. So that tells you something right there. It's pretty neat. But you know what? Do you guys also have like another post that we had was another business? Like, do you guys own another business? Our business, we actually own a pest control business, a water damage restoration side, truck mount forums, of course, and then this little image guy right here. What do you guys think this is right here? Do you guys know what that is? Anybody? Other than an alien? It's actually zoomed in. I believe my father actually posted up this picture too before. So if anybody knows what this is, let me know. Yep, you nailed it. Nailed it. Got it off the right off the bat. You must have remembered. Or you might know what it looks like underneath a microscope. But this little guy's made us freaking mad freaking money over the past like 15 years. My father's like, man, why don't we get him more into pest control? Like, son, keep on promoting more into pest control Then even carpet cleaning, I can just go in and just spray for like, less than 30 minutes to be out the door for like 150 to 300 bucks versus having to clean some carpets for 150 to $300 and be there for freaking 3 hours. Yes, we're there for 3 hours. We're not wet and dash and splash and dash type of company, which I have. It's funny, like, when I train some certain people, right, that actually came from certain companies. I think one was Chem Dry, another one was not Stanley Steamer. I think it was Coit, and we went in. This guy just went in with his wand, and he just sprayed the room with his wand, and then just did the dry strokes real fast, and then walked out. I was like, dude, that was the fastest I've ever seen. He's like, yeah, dude, I'm trying to get out of here, man. I gotta grow. I gotta go meet later. I'm like, what in the world? I'm like, dude, do you realize you're like freaking cleaning with the company's son here? Like, I had to go back and re-clean the freaking room. So, I mean, if you're a wet and dash type of guy, then you might make some money. But adding some other services like some pest control, man, that's where some money's at. That's where the money's at. And even lately too, we have actually been doing some more of the type of jobs too, some hardwood floors and some color and ceiling. So we're kind of getting into some more aspects too to be more diverse in our type of companies. So another one topic I was going to talk about with you guys too was a Chinese buffet guy. This guy went in and did a demo. And then, do you guys remember what the cost was? Like, the Chinese buffet was like, all right, we'll pay you X and X amount or whatever to do the whole entire, to do the rest of the buffet. This was just like a little walk area that he did right here. Can you guys see that picture okay? Right there. So he did this little demo. Well, I want to say little. That's a big ass demo, man. I mean, if I would have done a demo, I would have done a demo maybe like a 2x2 area, made it like really prominent. Bam. This dude freaking did like half the whole freaking walk area. It must have taken like an hour to do that mess. He must have used some groutmaster or something to cut it like butter. It looks like he actually did something on the left and right hand side. Wet and jet. I mean, when I go do a demo, I do not do demos that are large, unless unless it was like actually a large type of account. But I got to give him some props, man, because it looks great. He made it look freaking new. But the Chinese buffet was like, hey, we'll do the rest of the job for, we want you to do the rest of the job for $100. $100? That's pretty wild. Like, what would you guys do that for? Like, let's say it's an account. Let's say they want you to do it for like, I don't know, maybe once every month and a half, maybe every 6 weeks. What would you do it for? Would you do it for $100? Let's say it was maybe about, most buffets I see, I'd say they're probably around maybe 1,000 to maybe 1,500 square feet with all the chairs and everything around there. So it's basically like a full house. So maybe about $300. I mean, just if it was a regular house. But Chinese buffets, they're extremely greasy, or even other type of buffets are really greasy. And it's actually it's different too to see, how greasy they are, or what do you have to use, how much product you have to use. A lot of times you can't do it during the daytime. You can't do it in the morning time, so you got to do it at nighttime. So you got to go at like, 10, 12 o'clock at night. Yeah, I wouldn't bother either, but there's guys out there that will. There's the guys that's out there that has little signs out there, $9.05 per room. I mean, I don't know. We try to stay away from a lot of those. We don't really do too many overnight type of jobs. We get some people on the forum say, oh, we got this account, we got this account, this account, this account, and they'll name like 10 different accounts. Like, damn, that's a lot of freaking accounts. But then when they say the pricing of everything, we're like, man, you know what? We just made that in freaking 2 days just with some regular jobs. And we didn't have to do it that much overnight from, 11 o'clock to 4 a.m. in the freaking morning. And then have to put mad air blowers on it and so forth. So is it really worth it? I wouldn't bother either. Not one bit. Not one bit. All right. So another topic, people were like, do you have a van or a pickup? So right here, what I see right here, what do you guys know what this is? You guys have to know what it is. Some form of fashion. My father's like, why do you want that? I'm like, well, think about it. I mean, do you guys use a pickup truck at all for your business? Do you guys write off a pickup truck for your business? Do you guys, of course, your van is a full deduction for taxes as a write off, but do you guys also use you use a pickup by any chance? Pretty neat. Like this cup is actually green, but this is a green screen, so you only see black right here and probably some silver and stuff. See, somebody said I had a client to try to set the price, turn it around and see the discount, the price, and they understood. Yep, exactly. Yes, a Cybertruck. Would you guys actually get a Cybertruck for your business? Be honest. Come on. Would you? Really? I'll tell you my honest opinion. And due to the tax write-offs and the deductions, do you guys know exactly how many feet? Like, can you actually write off a pickup truck or even a car for your business because of the stupid tax laws since the previous things came along? You can only write off a full deduction of a truck if it has a 6-foot bed or more. So that's pretty crazy, right? And you know what? This does have it. It is, and it is affordable, and you get to write it off 100%. You know what? If you actually just put down the $100 payment, right? Even this year, even if you want the whole write off for this year, because it's supposed to come out by the end of next year. But I actually got a friend that works for Tesla, and he said that no matter what, all of the ones that even pre-orders for this year will still not be actually released until early 2022. But the neat thing is, though, if you put down $100 for it, you can actually write off the whole entire amount. So let's just say it was $35,000. I think that's probably like the cheapest Cybertruck that there is. And there's a reason why that the Cybertrucks are also cheaper than a lot of the other Teslas that's out there. And I'll tell you that why. But you actually be able to write off the whole entire amount this year if you really wanted to, or if you made it even January 1st, you wanted it for 2021, you can write off the whole entire amount, even if you just put a down payment on it. I thought that was really neat. We got a pretty top CPA, and he told us that. So it made some sense. You might want to do it now before another president gets in place anyways. We're supposed to be getting taxed like crazy, right? Pretty soon here. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. But I would definitely get the write-off for sure, 100%. 100%. My son's over there, hey, when are we going to cook those steaks, right? We're going to cook those steaks in about 10 more minutes. Yeah, like how I'm going. All right, I'll see you manana. I got my son working for us also, and a couple of his friends. Pretty neat. He actually invited a lot of his friends to come work for us too. So, yeah, I forget to cook for you, right? He's almost a grown-ass man. So let's see. But anyways, the Cybertruck, I don't know if I'm going to get it or not. I'd like to get it. I'd like to see some other trucks too. But, for the write-off that you get, it's a pretty good write-off for sure. Really good write-off. And you know what? One other thing too I'll talk about too is the COVID vaccine. Are you guys going to be planning on giving the COVID or making it mandatory for you guys to, let's say, oh, I'll get the COVID vaccine so I can promote it? Or would you say it's mandatory for all your technicians to get it? It's pretty, I feel like I got to be very cautious, because I'm a little bit, blue collar or whatever of a business owner and a supplier. But, would you guys force it upon your employees as if the airlines are forcing it on people? Supposedly, you have to have a COVID vaccine to fly. You have to have a COVID vaccine to buy this or buy that, or to go to this concert, or to go inside this specific building. Would you guys make it a requirement for that? Do you think it's valid for that? Would you make it an open opinion? Or would you just say, screw it, we're just going to do it no matter what? It's pretty crazy, and you kind of see some of the bigger top companies out there. I'd still say the top companies out there, man, are really Kim Dry and Stainless Steamer. A lot of the other ones just fickle around. Zero Res, stuff like that. They're kind of hit or miss. Koi is hit or miss. Very old school type style. Um, it's funny too that a lot of them even actually buy from us too, uh, and break some of their contracts, so forth. But it's just neat to hear of their flows of what they do, and then you see some of the reviews. Like, oh, they stated that they would wear a mask during the whole job, but then the technician had to take off their mask. I mean, that's pretty legit if somebody has to take off a mask. Oh, no more sound? Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me okay? Let me see. I don't know why I don't hear no sound here. Let's see, Mike. Can you guys hear me okay? Okay, you guys hear me? All right, rock and roll. I don't know what happened there. Maybe I clicked the button here. All right, rock and roll. You know, Going inside of a customer's home, of course, like our technicians will always, wear a mask to, meet and greet a customer just to show some respect, but I mean, when you're cleaning with 250 degrees hot water and you're, soak drenched and you're super hot, you know what I mean? You're trying to breathe your own carbon monoxide. It's like, how do you expect to freaking work to each room? Do you guys wear a mask during the whole entire job? Like, come on. I mean, people got to be real. Like, it's just got to be a protocol, some form of fashion. I can't wear a mask and clean. I can't even clean probably a whole freaking room by myself with a whole mask on without passing out. I mean, but that's just me. Maybe it depends what type of mask. More in this, okay, cool. But one of those other masks where you constantly keep on breathing in your own carbon monoxide. There's no way. There's no way. But to meet and greet a customer for the walkthrough and so forth, of course, I'm going to do that. Of course, and yeah, social distancing. I mean, it's crazy. Social distancing is like, oh, hey, I can't be around you no more. How much more social distancing we got to do with these people or just human beings in general? It's just, it is what it is. But sometimes you have to play the dog and pony show, right? You just got to keep on going. You got to keep on going with it. So you got to stay positive, and you want those great reviews. Let's see. One person said, "I explained that we'll be removing the mask, especially when restretching." Of course. Yep. After meeting and greeting, yeah. See those are great protocols right there. Because you guys are, we're sweating our blood and tears out there, cleaning their carpets, getting out certain spots and stains and stuff, And if you're wearing, and heck, if I'm using some competitor chemicals, which I never do, but damn right, I'm gonna be wearing like a freaking mask. I'm gonna wear a bodysuit, I'm gonna wear a freaking huge mask that you see the people wearing in the grocery stores and stuff. I'm gonna use all that type of stuff when I'm using, some matrix stuff, some procap, and so forth, so forth. But when I'm using TMF chemicals, nah. Maybe like 4 chemicals out of 50 of TMF chemicals, maybe. But that's me. But anyways, it's just pretty wild, But another thing too, like when we do go to certain commercial jobs, they do ask us what our protocols are. We actually started doing some plexiglass at our business. We actually have the hand sanitizer stations. We have the the thermostats, for all our technicians. And another thing too, I saw, which was kind of neat. And again, it's a dog and pony show, but still, you still want to show respect to everybody else, no matter what they believe in. I'm non-political whatsoever. But again, I'm more, on the conservative type of side sometimes, vice versa. But I went to a hotel, right? And it was actually neat because when you went there, they actually had their name tags, and then it showed exactly what their temperature was, for that specific day. And I thought it was kind of neat to maybe promote, for your own technicians to go out there in certain times too. So that's another thing too. But that's everything else right there. That for that type of vax type of stuff. But anything about positivity in 2020, have you guys had anything positive happen in 2020 for your business? We have, and even for employees, for ourselves and so forth, but there's also been a lot of negative things that's happened too. We try to brush it off our shoulders and just move forward. It is kind of hard to think about certain positive things in 2020. But if you guys had anything, we'd be glad to, or I'd love to see your experiences. I did put up a post recently, and I did see a lot of people saying certain things like their business are just skyrocketed since COVID because everybody's wanting a cleaning type of job. Cleaning's been on their mind. Certain contracts has actually been up and more. But then again, a lot of commercial contracts has been a lot on the lower side. So it's kind of hit or miss. But it's kind of crazy because every single person I've actually ever talked to, they've actually had the best year that they've ever had, except for I'd say maybe I think they said about March and April were probably the worst months that they've ever had, and after that it just skyrocketed. And these certain months they've made more than they ever had maybe in the past 2 years. So that was really interesting. Man, I'm really sorry to hear that about your friend's dad. Man, died about receiving COVID the other day. Yeah, playing with people's lives, not. And again, it's everybody's decisions have, everybody's opinions at certain flies different ways. So the more safe that we can be, the better it is. Yes, we are in the best industry to be in specific pandemics. I think that we are actually, I don't know if I'd say recession proof, but we're close to it, right? We're pretty close to being recession proof. It is, but then again, if everybody closes down, and if residential, if there's a shutdown all over again, whoever knows, we might have that again. But if there's a shutdown in, for residential and commercial, then that will shut down all the other carpet cleaners across the nation. There might be some very certain accounts that you might have, but it will slow down tremendously. But again, it'll start boosting back up because they will need somebody to clean again. Who else are they going to clean? A lot of times people are trying to do things their own selves. And people's been trying to clean their own properties since forever, right? I mean, even growing up, I've seen all these type of TV commercials, this and this and that, this commercial, this Kirby, this Hoover, and this Dyson and so forth. But our jobs are still up there like crazy. Yeah, March and April was pretty rough. I hear you. Yep, rest of the year was great. Oh, the UK is about to go to another shutdown. I heard. Why? I don't understand. Like, I heard it because you guys have like a new type of a virus that's going out. But like, why would it be like they say, hey, we're not going to shut down today because it's so serious. But why do we shut down? Because I heard about the UK shutdown like over probably about a week ago. So why would they announce it and say, hey, we're going to shut down at this date? I don't understand what that really does. I can't grasp it. I just can't grasp it too much. But again, that's not the country. Actually, New Zealand though, they said that they don't have anything. They don't have any type of cases. They're out eating, drinking, marrying, having weddings, having all this type of crazy stuff. Well, it's not crazy. It's actually realistic. Got it in control, new strain. I hear you. It is a crazy world. Yep. Well, I think I'm going to head on out tonight, man. I need to go cook some steak at some point. I was supposed to cook a steak 2 hours ago. Pretty starving. But anyways, hope you guys had a good night with me. I could not invite my father for tonight. I don't know where he's at. He's not with me for tonight. But I hope you guys have a great night, and you guys take care, and we'll see you next time.